We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Miami Dolphins. 2-1-2 teams, each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in week 4. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Go ahead.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. You look at this Bears defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
Theories abound. People have opinions. But too often for this team this season, it's been the big play that's done them in.
Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for the Miami touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the end zone comes Chris Claybrooks to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Fields now on 2nd down. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quan Martin. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. That's now 4 tackles for loss if you add the 3 he had last week to the 1 here in the first quarter.
And some of it comes from vision. And when you're playing defensive end, especially with those teams that want to take their D ends and move them out a little bit wider so they can see into the offensive backfield, they can see things develop, able to make plays, then they use their athletic ability to take over and spill them.
They'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's complete right around the 8. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
21G, 21G.
Running with Elliott. take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. Chris Claybrooks. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Bears. Now Cade York for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3 because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now Tua. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Last week, we saw a rarity. He was over 200 yards on the ground, and they lost. So we'll see if they can get more carries like that and win this week.
And that was interesting watching the game tape, wasn't it? Because it was hard to register while we watched him pile up that yardage and create those nice runs that they didn't win the football game. But that doesn't mean changing what you do. Continue to feed him the football.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Yeah, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Ashton Dulin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Bears. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Tua now on 1st down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. Looking to pass. Tua. Short pass caught by Henry. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The Dolphins at 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself at an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot. Find a way to win some games and keep moving forward.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Looking deep for Elliott. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Dolphins. Ezekiel Elliott. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Here we go. Hey, Ken.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Fields. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed, because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. A play fake, now Fields to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. York able to send this one through. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one at this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former deep.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here we go, son.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, You don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Well, a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And he will not make it. They stop him short of the 1st down. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Fields on 1st down. Open man, here's Schwartz, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a 1-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the 1st down.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yep.
Off play action, Fields. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Breaks through the contact, and they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Play action. It's Fields. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's good for 28 yards.
Not too many teams will use a 1st-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the 1st round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Fields. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Bears moving hastily in the hurry-up offense. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears are back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is down to 4. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Tua going to throw. And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins! Jalen Waddle, 48 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here we go, son.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Fields. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. Tua now on first down. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Fields is intercepted for a third time. Rasul Douglas picks it. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tua, a final shot before half. And his throw's going to be incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, if they have any designs on getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
And it's taken in at the 9. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Tua. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Fields. And his throw here's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. There he goes right side. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. 30 yards. And the Bears are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The York on now for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. No return here for Wilson. It's a touchback. It'll come out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Here we go.
Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but then
got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears use the short field to get in for 6. Bears offense staying put. Justin Fields always a threat to run. They'll go for 2 here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
20 TX.
On play action, here's Tua. He's got a man, complete. There he goes again. Touchdown. A big play there. 71 yards. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Claybrooks going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Fields. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. Short pass caught by Henry. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 26-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, come on.
2nd down and 8. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now Tua. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
That looked great when he first took off because, in my mind, there was room to run, and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
They'll run it with Elliott. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios.
Touchdown, Dolphins! Ezekiel Elliott from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here we go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be... There he goes, left side. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Bears 53.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. From his end zone, Wilson. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Let's go.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Again, it's Elliott. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Solo left Zion. Turbo 1 behind. Solo left Zion.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
All right, let's go.
Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Clay Brooks going to bring this one out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
And the Bears first down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Ken.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Keon Crossen. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Keon Crossen. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready? Let's go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
95 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From 13 yards out. And the Dolphins take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, son.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And one last throw here for Fields. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball,